Sports Lounge Live, we never play no games. Talking stats, trash, take static night. Step in the ring, bring facts to take flight. Sound up, lights flash, it's about to explode. Every mic drop heavy, every angle we load. From the court to the field, we call it how we feel. No script, just skill, this debate getting real. Sports Lounge Media, where fire meets the mic. Say what you mean, cause we don't do polite. Welcome to the lounge.
The Sports Lounge Media Show is brought to you by Cali Built Graphics. Welcome to the lounge.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? It is Hump Day, and when it's Hump Day, it's a Sports Lounge Media. I'm excited to get with you. I am your host, along with my co-host here, and you're probably wondering where the Lions fan is, or Packer fan, or the Tennessee fan, or whatever, right? Our guy, our CEO is out today, but it's us too. You got us both, and I'm excited that you are here with us. Drop a hashtag live if you're here in the live video, and then if you're doing a replay, hashtag replay. Thank you so much for each of you guys joining us in our community. Today we are switching over. Football is done and over with, and we're on to basketball, as you could tell with our background. Yeah, Sarah's over there. She's a little sad, but it's okay. There's a lot to cover. You'll be seeing a lot of reels. If you follow us, you'll see a lot of reels that has to do with football, hockey, your basketball, your Tea Sarai, your bets, all that stuff is coming. So hopefully you guys enjoy all of that, right? And so I'm excited that you guys are here with us. And again, we're going to be talking about NBA. This past weekend was the All-Star weekend, and I don't know about you, but I love All-Star weekend. I really do. There's a lot of people who are just like hating it. There's a lot of people because of football's going on and stuff like that. And some people are trying to say that it would be better if the All-Star weekend was just like the Pro Bowl, and they would have it at the end of the year and during the finals or whatever, like right before the week before they do basically have a week off, and then they will do the finals the following week. But the week before they would do the All-Star weekend. That's been proposed and talked about. Also, real quick in the NBA news, real quick before we get really started and going, they're also talking about the expansion team that's supposed to go this summer. They're supposed to vote on it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to follow through. You're going to have your Seattle Seahawks. Your Seattle. I'm still in football mode, guys. I'm switching over. Got this. Your Seattle,
like, wait.
Seattle Supersonics will come back, and as you guys know, Kevin Durant said that he would love to retire in a Seattle Supersonics jersey because that's who he was drafted by. So that would be interesting in the news and to think about next year having that expansion team, along with Las Vegas getting a team. The Las Vegas Gamblers right now is what it's being called. But that name is subject to change. Everybody's going to vote on it. And I was hoping we'll get Spades, or something like that. Go along with
Gamblers.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of gamblers.
Oh, Gambler.
Yeah, Las Vegas Spades maybe would be a good one. I mean, you guys put it in the chat. What would be a good Las Vegas basketball name? You guys tell us in the chat. But I mean, also because of the Aces, Las Vegas Aces, you can go Spades.
I like that.
Yeah. But
that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah. So it kind of correlates together. I don't know. They'll come up with it. Whatever it is, it don't matter. It'll be 2 expansion teams going on this next year, and I'm pretty excited about that. Vegas is becoming the #1 sports capital of the world, and I mean, since 2020, it's really been taking over. But let's dive right into it. Welcome to the Sports Lounge Media Podcast, where you can get on the spot NBA Heat straight from your couches, straight from where you're at, straight on your phone, your laptop, your iPad, your TV. I don't know where you see us from, but you're going to see us everywhere. #1 sports sports streaming channel that you got there. Well, we're gonna be recapping the electric NBA All-Star Weekend, the 2026 inside the dome, the new dome, the Clippers dome, guys, which is amazing. In Inglewood, packed with winners, dunks, and game-changing mini tournaments that are new formatted that we'll be talking about tonight as well, right? And so before we dive right in, how are you doing over there?
I mean, I'm doing amazing. It's Wednesday. Super excited to be on the pod. Like you mentioned, a little sad that we have to transition right from football to basketball, but Sarai's always ready to go. So let's do it.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. So we'll be breaking down the 75th. This will be the 75th NBA All-Star Weekend, like only we do. Raw analysts, no fluff. It's USA Stars, USA Stripes, and Team World.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was crazy, right? Through down short game battles, reviving all-star vibes. Let's hit every winner stat packed from the lounge and let's debate it a little bit, okay? And with that new format, what they were trying to do is bring back the competitiveness in basketball. So they did a round robin, right? They had your old heads versus your young bucks, and then you had Team World, which Team World was stacked. What I was like kind of nervous for that World team, everybody on there. I mean, they had Luka Doncic, Jokic, they had Wemby, Murray. I mean, they were stacked. I mean, they were really stacked, but we'll talk about what happened in that. But All Stars Saturday night lit up in Inglewood. Here's a hardware roundup. So State Farm 3-point contest. So check this out.
Uh-oh. Did we pause? Chosen? Come back? I think we were going to talk about the 3-point contest, y'all. So let's see if we can get Chosen to come back. I think he's having yeah, so what he was talking about, y'all, is there it is. Are you back?
I don't know what happened.
I was like, hello? Chosen? You there?
What happened? But anyways, I thought she dropped me for a second. But anyways,
No.
so Dane Lillard left with an injury, right? So he got an injury, season-ending injury, but then he comes back for the 3-point contest. Now, if you guys remember, he has won 2 already, right? So he's going into this one, and he said he wanted. I mean, some players have this type of feeling of like when you leave football, right? You get like a little depression or a little bit of something, and you get that itch to play. And I think he was feeling kind of that, a little bit of that. And so he came back. He came back to play. And so he crashed 29 in the final over Devin Booker, who had 27. Now, Devin Booker had 4 opportunities, 4 shots to beat him. And he didn't beat him. And then he grabs his 3rd ring with 56 total points, Dame time, even the court this year. So that's what happened in the 3-point contest. We had Damian Lillard winning that for the 3rd time. There's also some news about him and Sophie Rain, but I'll let T with Sarai check that out. He's just not winning on the court. He's winning off the court too. But anyways, we'll move on from that. AT&T slam dunk contest. Miami's Johnson's soars to a 97.4 final score, out-dunking Jacoby Walter Bryant with the reverse jam and a windmill that shook the rim. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I'm very disappointed in the slam dunk contest. This year was atrocious. Like Jackson Haynes, Action Jackson came in, and his first dunk was just a warm-up dunk. Like
it wasn't fun.
No.
Exciting.
Not at all. It was like, what the heck, bro? Like, we're used to people jumping over cars, jumping over,
doing the little,
Yeah, that what she did, right? Anyway, so, but I mean, yeah, it was just atrocious. I think they need to bring it. I say this. This is what they need to do for All-Star Weekend to make it more competitive as well on the skill side and the challenges. Bring back the last 5 winners. And if there's a back-to-back winner, the next one before that. Just bring back the 5 recent winners and let them compete.
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah, let's just let it ride, right? And then you just the new head, you just bring in a new head at number 6, or you just bring in a new person to see if that person can do something.
Outdunk everyone, you know?
Yeah. And so yeah, they need to do something with that because that is getting out of hand. We know that there's some dunkers out there. But yeah, there's that. Kia shooting stars, Team Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Carl Towns, and Allen Houston dropped 47 to Smoke Team Cameron with 38. This was a different obstacle that they did, which was, if anybody is used to playing like I forget what it's called, where you first do a layup and then you shoot from the corner and then you kind of go, I think it's called round the
Around
rainbow.
the world.
Around the world. Yeah, around the world or around the rainbow. One of those two. It was similar to that, and you score points. You have 3 people lining up, and then you have somebody, tossing the ball to you, and then you have a half court shot, and then or a logo shot. Can't remember. I think it's a logo shot. But yeah, so you have somebody tossing you the ball and things like that. And I thought that was pretty competitive. I kind of like that one better than the one that they did before, where you had to like dribble, pass through a thing, so on and so forth last year. You guys can check that out. I'm not going to explain how they did that. But through the skills challenge, they flew through the radar in the night, prime with us with Sunday fireworks. It led us into what happens in Sunday, and then the All-Star game took over. So Sunday night tournament was chaos. USA Stars went up 2-1, clipping Team World 37-35, stumping the Stripes, then crushing the final 47-21 for the title. Anthony Edwards owned MVP with 32 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, with the clutch bomb and boards everywhere. Now, I will say that when the old heads played the young heads, the youngins, they smashed them the first time. It was a competitive game, but they beat on the first time. And then they had to go on and play the world. They both beat the world team, which is weird. And then they played again because it's a round robin. And then they just get, I think the old head was just like, I ain't even worth me go ahead and pull something. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out because they got smashed 47.
And Anthony Edwards actually had some really good key buckets that really mattered, I think, in that game. That kind of made a statement, to be honest.
Yeah, as a rising star, right? Like also they said Obama was in the house, and he said in the press conference he wanted to put on a show for him. He spent some time with him the day before. So maybe that gave him the edge and wanting to actually play and make a crazy statement. But yeah, he had that Michael Jordan-ish in him.
Kind of type of game.
Yeah, type of game. Kind of models it a little bit, as you can see throughout his game. But
he's been in the news, but I'll cover that with Tea Time with Sarai, the GOAT. There
you go. But again, Anthony Edwards, MVP, 32.9 rebounds, 3 assists. Fox game winner, Kawhi, 31 across games. Wemby, World's Fire had us just buzzing over here with the new format delivered. Yeah, so it was a very competitive game, right? So it was very competitive. So with that being said, before we jump into our next segment, which is talking about your standings, let's jump into a quick break.
This segment is brought to you by Number One Sports Fan. Welcome to the lounge.
You turn the simple into magic. Turn the background to a classic. Love ain't just in February, no. It's late night calls when your heart feels heavy. It's slow jams playing in a park that I'm Chevy. A real thing, baby, we don't move petty. Love ain't just in February, yeah. Sunday sweats and your big t-shirt ready. Every month you're my Valentine. Love all year, you're my favorite sign.
Yeah, so that segment was brought to you. Whoa, why did we switch spots again? Yo.
I feel like we're dancing on the screen.
I know, right? That segment was brought to you by Love Isn't Just in February by Malik Porsche, dropping 2 days on iTunes, and on Sunday with the full release. You'll be able to get it on all platforms. Check him out with his new release and his new album. Super excited about that coming out. As much as Soraya is, she's gonna be jamming with it, doing her Pilates and all her workouts, things like that. So
Can't wait.
yeah, got to download that, guys. Download that on all platforms. You can get your pre-orders again on iTunes and all platforms on the 22nd. Let's jump into the breakdown. Top 7 teams we're going into with the East Conference. Let's start with the number 1, Detroit Pistons at 40-13, up 3 straight. Cade Cunningham got them rolling. Thoughts
Clear
on
division leader.
Yeah, really. It's kind of weird to me that the way that they like last year to this year, it was like a night and day thing with the Detroit Pistons, man. And now you're looking at them at like a favorite. You know what I mean? Like usually last year we were looking at what the Pacers, the Knicks, you're looking at the Celtics, the Cavs, the Heat was in that conversation. They always are in that conversation. But then you say Detroit Pistons, and you're like, what? Like, it just sounds weird. You know what I mean? Ever since back in the day when they had Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace and all them guys, Prince and all them cats, Richard Cunningham and all them. So I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, man, they actually doing it, man. But you got them at number 1. Number 2, you got the Celtics, 35-19. They're 5.5 games back, and they're on a 1-game win streak. That's interesting because the fact that we don't have no Tatum. So thoughts on the fact that no Tatum, which is their golden boy, and their main guy who they built their franchise around, but Jaylen Brown has been playing out of his mind and got them from being at the bottom all the way back to number 2. That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
Okay, carrying on. Number 3, we have the Knicks. We have the Knicks at 35-20. They're 6 games back with a fresh W. I'm not too worried about the Knicks. The Knicks have Brunson. They have Carl. They have OG. I'm not really worried about them. I think that they're going to be very competitive in playoffs, but they're at number 3 right now.
I'm listening. Keep going.
Oh, carrying on again. Okay. I thought he was going to reply to. Okay. So we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep rolling. So number 4, we have the Cavs, 34-21, 7 games out, blazing with a 5-game winning streak in a row. They just acquired, I was talking to you guys in the paint last Saturday, I believe. I was telling you guys about James Harden, or 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago. I was talking about James Harden being traded. He has officially been traded, and he's been traded to the Cavs. So that might be
always on the trading block, it seems.
Yeah, it's weird. He's been all over the damn place. I mean,
he's been on every team.
Almost every team that you see in our background. But they call those type of players journeymen. He's definitely a journeyman. But the thing about it is that does this give them that push that they need to be very competitive? Because I don't think, did they trade Garland? I'm trying to remember if they traded Garland or not. They might have traded Garland. Anyway, I'll fact check that later and put it in the comment box below. Or if you're watching, put it in the comment box below to just give me that heads up that they did. But regardless, I mean, that could be a good push for them. 3-ball threat, attacking the paint, Euro steps, really knows the game better, and maybe need that presence on the court. Moving on to number 5, the Raptors, 32-23, 9 games back. They dropped their last. So with them, it's one of those things, right? Like, there's not much to say about the Raptors. Like, I really don't know. Like, I don't have too much to say about the Raptors. Like, Toronto's doing
It's
what Toronto
Toronto.
does. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. You know, it's just one of those things. But then you got number 6. You got the Sixers, 30-24, 10.5 games back, skid of 2. They lost 2 in a row. That could be kind of upsetting. The fact that you got Embiid, the fact that you got Maxey, the fact that you got Paul George on your team, and you are ranked 6 in a non-competitive, really, if you think about it, East is always not the most competitive side of basketball. So it's like you have some dominant players, but you're not dominating. That's kind of frustrating. And if you're a Philly fan, a Sixer Philly fan, that could really piss you off a little bit, you know.
I think the trade might have affected a lot of things too. The player we just traded for the Sixers or off the team.
Yeah, maybe can contribute to that.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyways, moving on to number 7, Magic, 20-25, 12 games down, and they're only in 1 game. They lost their last game. So Powell's back from his injury. Magic, I think, will make a splash. I think they're one of those teams that can go up there and upset some of these teams that you said, like the Sixers, the Raptors, maybe the Cavs. If the Cavs don't watch it and play competitive, they can beat some of those teams in the East. They won't beat the Pistons. They could sneak.
The Pistons are clearly, I was looking at the percentages, so 0.755. That's really clearly a division leader. That's going to be hard to catch up.
It's one of those things. They have the best record actually in basketball right now, I believe. So carrying on. Moving on to the Western Conference. Thunder still are kings, but the Spurs are closing in fast. Number 1, we got the OKC Thunder, 42-14, perfect at all the top, but snapped their streak with an L in the last game. So with OKC, I think they're slowing down. I think it's that team that is now like they're so dominant, right? And then you're like trying to figure them out. What is it that makes them elite, right? And then you're like, let me put some players in position to take away some of that. Let me see what they could do. And I think a lot of teams have done that, like the Spurs, right? Getting Wemby back was huge. Castle coming into his own, along with some of the other contributing factors. They have Darren Fox over there as well. And having those is gonna be a major thing for them down the stretch on who they play against or match up to, because a lot of people have the Spurs and the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. I don't, but a lot of people do, right? So
I can see it.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. If they don't watch it, right? And
I mean, Wemby has been playing really good ball, so.
Yeah, playing out of his mind. The thing about Wemby, though, and we'll talk about that right now, because the Spurs are 38-16, just 3 games back and on fire with the 6-game winning streak, which is what you're talking about. And what it is about Wemby is health. He went out earlier with blood clots, similar to what Chris Bosh was dealing with in his career. So keeping an eye on that. He also had, I believe, a shoulder injury. So it's just he's a little fragile too. He might be tall, but he's a little fragile. So they call him the French alien or something like that. But yeah, it's gonna be it's it's gonna take him to stay healthy, right? Number 3, we got the Nuggets.
35-20.
They're 6.5 games back, and they're on a 1-game win streak. The Nuggets.
Is Nikola really playing a really great game, you think?
Huh?
Nikola.
Yeah, he's the type of player that you're not going to figure him out. It doesn't matter what you do. Just let him get his points.
Is that what's helping, though, like the Denver Nuggets? Is his dominance? Is it like his gameplay? Like, is he just really a standout player for them?
The ability to not figure him out. The ability to, like, he can switch it up at any moment. I mean, you want him to shoot a 3, he'll shoot a 3. If you need him to dribble drive, a dribble drive. You need him back down, he'll back you down. He goes and gets boards. He gets dirty. He's physical. He's one of the last players that play with that kind of
triple doubles.
Yeah, he's one of the last players that play with that kind of what do you call it, tenacity. So yeah,
So because he's playing that way, do you think he could be in conversation for MVP?
always every year he's in conversation for MVP. Yeah, him, SGA. I mean, there's a lot of players. Luka is a front runner right now. There's a lot of players right now that are in talks. But we'll move on to number 4 with KD. With the Rockets, 33-20, 7.5 games out, and 1 L. They lost their last game. The Rockets, tallest team in the league, and playing with KD and some of the youngins. Very
He's the top scorer right now, right?
Huh?
For the Rockets, he's the top scorer for the Rockets.
Yeah, 100%. So,
and Segun,
huh?
Segun,
he's a goon. What'd you say? Whoa, wait a minute. What?
I'm talking about Alperson Segun.
Oh, Segun. Yeah. I thought you said, is KD a goon? I was like, what? Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, go ahead. I mean, whatever. But nah. To keep it 100 with you, I would say that the Rockets, the struggle is defense. Obviously, even though they're the tallest team, moving in transition, they're getting easy layups, and because they're so tall, fouls have been an issue. Attacking them and getting to the line has contributed to some of their losses. 20 of them to be exact. Then we got number 5, the Lakers, 33-21. They're 8 games back, and they pick up a W. Not too worried about the Lakers. Lakers always play with a lot of rest. Load management has been one of the biggest issues, but when all 3 guys are on the floor, when I'm talking about AR-15, when I'm talking about Luka Doncic and King James, and he
just made history.
Huh?
Didn't LeBron James just make history?
For
his triple double.
Oh yeah, sure did.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the longevity of his career and the way that he's still stacking up records at his age, the ability to dunk and still get over the rim, his chin over the rim is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
At that age, that's crazy.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that stick out, but when all 3 players are on the floor, they seem like, you throw Vanderbilt out there, and then they have Aiden, who just got arrested in Bahamas, and hopefully you'll be covering that during the weekend. But yeah, Aiden, their center, which was playing some really good ball. He's playing really, really good. Got caught. Axton Jackson will come in and sub for him, which is a good sub. But really their bench is phenomenal as well, with Marcus Smart and a lot of those other guys that you have there. I'm not too worried. The Lakers can beat anybody as long as they stick together, play ball, and Luka Doncic, playoff Luka Doncic is something that is scary. So
yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
We miss him in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're still salty.
Yeah. At number 6, we got the Timberwolves, 34-22, tied at 8 back. They won 2 in a row with Anthony Edwards, another one of those teams, right? That are not really worried about. They could play good ball when it hits playoffs, so they could be scary to knock out some of those top teams. So that's what I'm saying about the East versus the West. As you go deeper, they get scarier, right? Where in the East is kind of top heavy. This one is like heavy on the top, but it gets a little bit heavier at the bottom because these guys have role players. And then you move to number 7, which is interchangeable with the Golden State Warriors. But right now it's the Suns at 32-23, 9.5 games back, and they drop 1. That is it. Yeah, Devin Booker over there. That's it. And that is your standings right now as we speak. We'll be covering this every single week. And we'll be talking about that and breaking all of that down and what that looks like deeper. But we wanted to give you guys just a good roundabout of what the All-Star weekend look like. What's the rankings right now when we're starting to pick up this NBA stuff and start watching a lot more basketball games. We do have one more segment where we talk about who do you guys think is the next big face, and we'll go from 10 to 1 right after this.
Yeah, so let me introduce you guys to our pet of the week. His name is Junior. We definitely love Junior. Let me tell you a little bit about Junior. He is a 1-year-old male lab Staffy mix. He is currently about 50 pounds. He is fully vetted. He's vaccinated, neutered, microchipped. He's up to date on all his preventatives and ready for his forever family home. Junior is dog friendly, kid friendly, potty trained, and crate trained. If you ever have any questions regarding Hearts and House. Now, Hearts and House, let me tell you a little bit about Hearts and House. Hearts and House is a 501c nonprofit organization based out in Texas. It is fully powered by the passion of volunteers and funded by, the generous donations of the community. So if you ever want to provide any kind of donation, it is tax deductible that you can always claim on your taxes. Feel free to visit the website. You can also scan the QR code there to view other adoptable dogs and cats, Hearts and Meows as well, if you're ever interested in looking for a best friend. So yeah, visit our website, heartsandhouserescue.org.
Awesome. So in this segment right here, we're breaking down the league as we hit midseason 2025-2026. LeBron's era is winding down. Curry's still cooking, but who is next, y'all? Today, the top 10 players ready to own the NBA spotlight. These young guns got the game, the charisma, and the highlights to carry the torch. Let's count them down from 10 to 1. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're going to start with number 10. I got Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson is a explosive dunker, extraordinary. Zion's dropping 25 plus when healthy, turning the Pelicans into a must-watch TV power, big personality, and face of the league kind of vibes. Now, when he first came into the league, we thought, coming out of college and seeing his high school career, we thought this will be the next guy to carry on. Well, his story wasn't just that, because injuries has plagued him. Some say it's because of his health condition, as far as being so heavy. So he did trim down this last summer, but he's still dealing with some stuff. And so we don't know. I don't know if injuries are going to plague him for the rest of his career and he cannot be the face. But for now, coming in, you can say Zion Williams could be number 10 as being the new face of the league. Who do you guys got at number 10? You like that pick? You don't like that pick?
For my number 10, I had LeBron James.
New faces. That's an old.
Oh, new faces. Oh, I was just ranking my players.
Oh, okay. Dang, you got LeBron at number 10? Yeah, all the way down there.
I have my favorite at number 1 right now.
Who?
Nicola.
Ay, killer. All right, moving on. Number 9, coming into his own, we got Cade Cunningham from the Pistons. We talked about that earlier a little bit. Detroit's point guard, a god reborn. Cade's dishing dimes, hitting threes, leading the Pistons. Surprising surge. Cool under pressure, and this man is a floor general with a little bit of swag. So he could be a new face. He is emerging as some people's favorite. Jersey sales are going up as well. We'll talk about jersey sales next time. But yeah, he could be potentially the new face as well, as he becomes in his own and he's been carrying the Pistons. I mean, look at last year to this year, and he's been carrying the Pistons on his back. So he could potentially be that new guy, the new face. Number 8 can shock some people. Some people at home are gonna get shocked with this number 8. I got Chet Holmgren from the Thunder. I got Chet. Slim Reaper 2.0 blocks bombs from deep. OKC's defensive anchor. Chet is a two-way terror in building a dynasty. Mark my words. Chet Holmgren is what AD should have been. AD gets injured on every other play, right? Like that's just the nature of the beast. But at the end of the day, Chet Holmgren has stayed healthy and he has carried the team as well. He's a big factor on why OKC is OKC, and he plays the forward position very well. Very tall. I think he's a 7-footer, or pretty damn close. But mark my words, he could be a face of the league. Keep an eye on him and his journey. Number 7, I'm gonna go Jason Tatum. Let's not forget about that boy, even though he is gone. Jason Tatum from the Celtics, Boston superstar already, but prime Tatum, unstoppable scorer, clutch king. He's got a ring, as everything, but the full-time crown yet. Reason why you don't have the full-time crown, because he's sharing the crown. He's sharing it with Jaylen Brown. I think Jaylen Brown is a better player, but as far as a face for the league, I don't think he fits that. I think he's just a great all-around player. But as for the face for the league, I got Jason Tatum at number 7. Okay. Number 6, Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers. He's got vision like Magic, handles like Kyrie. Tyrese is lighting up Indy with no look passes and 20 and 10 games. Pure joy to watch and ultimate team elevator.
He's an elite passer too.
Yeah, without him in the game, you see where the Pacers are at,
and a good point guard.
Yeah, at the bottom. The Pacers are at the bottom without him. So you can see his value to that team and what he brings to that team. Outside of his daddy, right? His daddy gets really involved in everything he does, and he out there, his biggest cheerleader. But outside of that, Halliburton could be the face. He could be one of them dudes. Number 5, even though he's in he always gets into some trouble because he thinks he's a thug sometimes, or I don't know what he thinks, but he carries himself with that kind of swag. We got Ja Morant from the Grizzlies.
I knew you were gonna go there with the Grizzlies. I just knew you were gonna pick him as soon as you said what you said. My light bulb went.
Yeah. The human highlight film in the back, jaws flying through the air, posterizing bigs, Grizzlies heartbeat, energy unmatched. NBA poster child energy. I mean,
electric
he just jumps out of the gym, trying to smash on everybody.
Doesn't TV?
Huh?
He's a must-watch type of TV player.
Yeah, you waited for him to be like, yeah, you're one of those guys. Like you just want to let one shout out. Yeah, I mean, he's that type of player. But he's an amazing ball player. He jumps out of the gym. Could he be the face? I don't know, but that's why I got him at number 5.
Maybe it's the city he plays for.
Huh?
Maybe it's the city he plays for.
Maybe. Maybe. Number 4, I got Jalen Brunson from the Knicks. Now that boy,
he's in New York's new era, I think.
Listen. Undersized killer from New York, Brunson torching defense, MSG's hero in playoffs, leadership, buckets, heart of the Knicks fans, and your guys arriving. Listen, Jalen Brunson is one of those players. Is like he got that Mamba mentality that people were talking about. Like if you break something, like are you gonna still play? Like he plays no matter what. Like I think it was two playoffs ago, he was playing like all the minutes. Like he didn't give a damn, and he had it's a 4 out of 7, by the way. Like you have to win 4, right? And so he was playing all the minutes, and he was just carrying them until they got Carl, and he was able to rest a little bit. But that boy could be the face, man. He could be. I
think there's 3 words that can describe him. He's tough, he's clutch, and he's built for big moments.
Definitely. And we've seen it in the All-Star weekend too, a little bit. So we've seen a little bit of him. Not in the skill challenge, but in the All-Star game. He's a little rusty in there.
Who wins?
Yeah. Yeah. Number 3, everybody's gonna love this one. SGA. You guys will probably agree with that one. SGA MVP. SGA for the Thunder. Smooth as silk. Deadly shooter. SGA MVP. Whispers getting louder in the OKC rise. Style, finesse, ice in the veins. This Canadian sensation owns the court.
Yeah, he has an unstoppable mid-range game for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would say. It's just like his dribble drive, his ability to get to the hoop, his mid-range shot. Really don't see him as a 3-point threat, but he does what is needed.
I like that he's smooth.
Yeah, he does what is needed in the game. Like it's just it's a different vibe. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people want to see a Steph Curry just like banging out shots, big moments.
He's efficient.
Yeah, but he's so consistent, in what he does. So I like that one. I think you're gonna like number 2. We got the French alien. We got Victor Wembanyama from the Spurs. Alien from France, blocks from the logo. He can block you from the logo. Threes over centers. He's a 10-foot wingspan. Madness. Wemby's rewriting basketball, generation takeover incoming. This is where that version of centers come in that can dribble, drive like him. He can shoot from 3. His handles are like Kyrie. He has all what it takes to be a point guard, but he's in a center's body, right? So he's a generational like being. Like you have to just
all around
respect
kind of
it. You got to just respect it. It's like, dang, like he can pretty much do almost everything except can't bang out with some of the big boys, but at the bottom, but he can do everything outside of that paint. You know what I mean? That you need from him. And great passer, right? Good court vision. Sees the floor very well. He has everything as a point guard, but he's in a center's body. It's weird. But that's why they call him the French alien. And number 1 is my boy, and nobody can convince me otherwise. I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards from the Timberwolves. Ant-Man ain't playing. Dunk contest champion turns playoff beast, dropping 30 like it's nothing. He has the charisma off the charts, and he's a Wolves fearless leader, the new face of the NBA. I think Anthony Edwards, and I said
his energy.
I said this last year. When they pass the torch and LeBron is gone, it's going to be passed to Ant. But the problem is Ant has to figure out, or the organization has to figure out, how are we going to win championships? He's going to do everything that is needed, but they got to win championships, or it makes no sense at all. But I think he's the next one. He's the next one up. He's not scared of nobody.
He's an explosive scorer.
Yeah, he's been on an Olympic team. He's learned under KD. He's learned under LeBron. He has all the experience that is needed to be the next dude. It's just.
And something else you didn't mention, he's a strong defender too, I think, when it comes to his game.
Yeah, it's one of those things. But it's going to be interesting season. Interesting season for the NBA season. This second half kicks off this Thursday or tomorrow. Kickoff starts off tomorrow for the second half of the season, going into the playoffs. We'll be covering all of that, including all your NHL news, including coming into the MLB season. MLB season is coming near. We'll be covering a little bit of that. As well as all that stuff. So check out our highlights, check out our stuff. We're excited about all of that. You can actually click on our QR code to see all of the amazing things that we have going on. We are reconstructing our website as well as we speak. So you'll be able to see our bios, be able to see the subscriptions, be able to see all that in your future. We're excited about that. That is being done now as we speak. But visit us at www.sportsloungemedia.com and then check out the QR code. Click that QR code, take you straight to the website. But yeah, super excited about all the stuff that's happening with Sports Lounge Media and all the credentialing, all the stuff that we're doing outside, getting content for you guys. This is for y'all. You know what I mean? For us, it could be a little fun. It could be a little fun, I ain't gonna lie, but it can also be tiring too. So we put it in the work for y'all. All we ask is for you guys to subscribe, and it's free for you guys to get the content. You know what I mean? So if you guys do that, share it with your family and friends. Make sure that you let them know about Sports Lounge Media as well, and click that subscribe button. That would help us out tremendously. We have goals that we're trying to achieve by the summertime before football starts. So hopefully we can achieve that with your guys' help. So thank you so much. Any last words or any last thoughts on the NBA season, Sarai?
No, I'm excited to catch a few games now and kind of transition into NBA, and really looking forward to see what's coming up. I mean, March Madness is just around the corner.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. March Madness is just around the corner. It's not a front runner either, so which is crazy on both sides of the which is crazy. But I was going to mention something. Oh yeah, I was going to ask you a question. Like, who is your NBA team? I think everybody wants to really know, like, who is your NBA team?
I don't really have an NBA team. I am definitely a players type of girl when it comes to NBA. I have a favorite for Maxey, which is, obviously the Sixers. I like Wemby, go Spurs. I love Luka, and I hate that he transitioned out of the Mavs, so he's on the Lakers, so go Lakers. I also like Steph Curry. So I just kind of...
You got to pick one. Come on, man. You sound like...
You're trying to put me on the hot spot. Yeah, maybe next week I'll pop up with my team.
All right. Watch a little basketball. She's going to watch a little basketball for a week, and when she comes back, she'll have a team she's going to be rooting for.
I'll pop up next week with my team.
All right.
That I'm going to go for this year.
You guys got to tap in to see who is she going to choose. Put it in the comment box below.
Yeah, in the comment box. Give me some ideas. Like, who could I be a real fan of this year?
Yeah, who do you guys want her to be a fan of? We're going to find that out next week. But we thank you guys so much for joining us here at the Sports Lounge Media. And keep supporting us as much as you can, and we thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in, whether if it's live or on the replay. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We'll see you guys same time, hump day, next week.
Bye.
This segment is brought to you by Brian Martino Construction. Welcome to the lounge.
You turn the simple into magic. Turn the background to a classic. Love ain't just in February, no. It's late night calls when your heart feels heavy. It's slow jams playing in a parked up Chevy. A real thing, baby, we don't move petty. Love ain't just in February, yeah. Sunday sweats and your big t-shirt ready. Every month you're my Valentine.